In this video, I will try to clarify a scenario where we need to use a static member. So I will do that via a simple example of the store class. So I defined I created a store class file, and here lec means the lecture. So this is the store class from our lecture. So for this simple class, I need each store to have a store name and a store address. So I will go and define these two members as strings. So I will have a store name and a store address, like this. Let's remember that I defined both of them as private to follow the encapsulation concept of the object-oriented programming. So in order to allow the class user to retrieve the values of these two members, I will go and use a getter methods. I will define a getter method for both of these two members. To do that, remember that the getter is a function that retrieves the value of a specific parameter or member. To do that, our getter should be public to allow the class users to call it and use it. And also remember that it should have the same name as the parameter, but get before the name, and capitalize the first letter of your member name. And because this one is a getter, it will return a value of the member, so it will return a value of the type string, the same as the member that it will return its value. So it simply will just return the value of the member return name, store name, sorry. I will do the same for the store address. So only as one more thing, that we need our stores to have a unique store ID. To do that, I will define another member called store ID, and it is from the type integer, like this. I will initiate it by 100. And remember that the store ID should be unique. So I will define a new constructor to initialize the values of these members, the store name, the store address, and the store ID. To do that, remember that the constructor is a special function, that it must be the same name as your class name, and the constructor is called by the Java at runtime to create a new instance or a new object of your class. Remember that. So I would expect from the user to provide the constructor with two values, one for the store name and the other for the store address. So the name and the other is for the address. And this constructor will simply initialize the values of the internal parameters or the internal members. So store name will be initialized by the value given by the user, and the store address will be initialized by the value of the address provided by the user. A small thing, that I will increment the store ID in a trial, just to try to make it unique for each created object from our store class.